What's up, Carnival Spirits? It's TJ, and I'm back up on YouTube today with my brother from another mother, ScottyBallz. What up?
Whoop. What up? Just trying to get back into the routine of life, man. After being on vacation for a few days, getting back into the grind.
What up in the chat? Yeah, we're talking about DCGCON, the aftermath of Denver, Colorado. What up, Esteban Mafioso? Another one, another ninja we kicked it with. So, Scotty, I mean, we're going to jump right into a review of DCGCON?
Yeah, a review / reminiscing. Yeah, absolutely.
Acid flashback.
Yeah. PTSD of the DCG.
Yep, I thought it was jet lag at first, but actually, yeah. So when I flew in from Boston, my flight sucked because I don't know, because I flew United or because I was at the very back of the plane and I don't know, the seats were tight. I was right in the middle of two people and I was just crammed. And the last 20 minutes of the flight felt like we were going to crash, legit. Like, I've never experienced more turbulence in my life. And I've flown all over the place. I've flown to Norway. I've flown to California before, Minnesota, down to Florida. I've flown to Dallas.
Going into Denver was when the turbulence was hitting?
It was the last 20 minutes of the flight. It was like approaching, entering, and landing felt like we were going down, like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. I'm seeing every other head in the plane all turn and looking around like we're gonna die, right? Fuck, we're dying, you know?
Nice.
It was like in that movie, Almost Famous. And they're all on a plane. They think they're gonna die. They're fighting. They're like, I cheated on you with him and her. You know, they're pouring their heart out. And then one guy in the back goes, I'm gay. And then all of a sudden, the turbulence subsides. The shaking ends, and it's just dead silent. That was kind of like my ride, to Colorado. It was that intense.
Well, my ride wasn't that intense, man. I rode up with Captain Flannel, Mr. McInhose, and Esteban Mafioso. And it was a good ride. It seemed like it took forever. Was able to watch when you guys started live streaming the first night. We were watching part of that in the car on the way there. So,
well, how long was your ride to Denver?
It was about 7 to 8 hours.
You guys got a late start then, huh? Or is it just picking everybody up?
Yeah, there's a lot of picking up.
A lot of rest stops. A lot of I gotta pee.
A few gas stations here and there, yeah.
Or I need a cigarette.
It wasn't too bad. It was to be expected. So
all I know is you guys arrived at an ungodly hour because while we were streaming live, but shout out to Brooklyn Menace for hooking up the live streams and the cameras and the computer and the lights and all the equipment that went into the live stream. So, but we're not even there yet. Right. I also drank all his beer on Thursday night, and I was pretty good and drunk when I decided to finally pass out, only to be awoken again by these motherfuckers showing up. ScottyBallz, Sister Hatchet, Esteban Mafioso, Captain Flannel, and fucking CPN all come barging into my room. at like what, 5 in the morning. I'm fucking shit faced. I'm completely out of it. I'm like out of a dead sleep. You guys banged on the door like you guys were like it was the fucking cop.
Dude, it was like 3 in the morning.
In the mat. that was Don Chaos. But yeah, Don Chaos. Shout out to Don Chaos. Hooked all of us up with Faygo. He brought a suitcase completely filled to the gills with what were they, 20-ounce Faygos?
Yep.
He must have brought like 2 dozen. We had a whole counter full of the whole what is that thing? The air conditioner, the vents, Yeah, we had all the Faygos lined up on there. I had to go to Walmart and buy some coolers for our Faygos because we didn't have a refrigerator in the room like Brooklyn. It's fucking busted ass economy fucking, double bedroom. But yeah, I definitely drank all that beer. You guys woke me up. It was all good. It was great to see you, but I needed to sleep. But Chaos offered you guys all Faygos. Everybody went and grabbed a Faygo. You guys all opened them up at the same time. And what happens? They all start fucking spraying.
Hell yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah,
you guys were sitting on the edge of the bed. You guys standing all over the fucking, all over the hotel room, just Faygo exploding left and right.
Yep.
I was like, is this for real? Get the fuck out of here. I flipped out. I kicked y'all out of my room. Said, fuck you. I'm going back to sleep. See you tomorrow, homies.
That sounds like how it happened. Hell yeah. Yep, once them Faygos starting splattering, we had christened the room, so.
You're right. Yeah, but that was funny as fuck. But the first ones I met up with when I got to the hotel finally was Don Chaos, Brooklyn Menace, and Crazy McCormick and his crew, Ecocide Fiend, and then Panic 17 showed up with his homie, and at that point we were down to do a live stream and really just to reminisce on the first DCGCON because Ecocide was there, and and he had some expectations and some he wanted to make sure he got himself one of the shirts because they ran out, I guess, last year real quick. Did you watch Ecocide's review?
Yeah, we were watching.
Yeah, no doubt. So he already talked about DCG, and that's why we're here. We're going to talk about it. The first day, Friday, DCGCon. I mean, we had a little bit of I guess you could call them obstacles, but they were imagined. They were like these tests. We were doing everything we could do to make sure that our backyard wrestling tournaments went as smooth and successful or actually happened at all, right? So
yeah,
what happened on Thursday night that threw a wrench in the gears and what the fuck was it? Did we not cover all our bases and we weren't sure about cards, or was it just the memory cards?
It was the cords, the HDMI cords. KG was asking me if we had gotten a hold of any, and I said no, and that kind of put us into a panic of how to find HDMI or RCA to HDMI cords to make sure they plug into the TV. So it was a mad scramble that morning, trying to get to a store, even before we even got here, trying to find a place that sold them. And
well, the only reason it was a mission is because we didn't have wheels of our own. We had to rely on the generosity of our homies.
Yep.
And so Panic, he had a car, he drove, and he was pretty tired because he had a long drive from New Mexico. And when when he got there, I was like, all right, man, let's go. We got to get back. We got to go back in your car and go for some errands.
Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, listen, tomorrow we need to use your car and run some errands.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to save us. Like, you're basically BA from the A team. You're right. Mr. T. Like, you're the one with the fucking black van. You're saving us by picking us up, bringing us to fucking Walmart. And we're getting cords for the PS2, and we're getting fucking styrofoam coolers so we can fill them with ice and get these fucking Fagos chilled. And so that's what we did. We went to Walmart. We bought the cords. We got the Fagos. I bought some fruit because I felt bad. I was eating shit food all weekend.
Yep.
Grapes, apple. I bought some apples that Chaos and I ate later. So, all right, this is all in the morning before fucking noon, before 11, right?
Yeah, I had to. I got it on my sheet that I was supposed to be picking the packet up for the program and the badge for the Game Master and all that at 10 o'clock. So I was in a little bit of a rush getting back from Walmart and then going to pick that up. So, but I managed to. Had a little cool story to go with it. We were trying to find the ticket booth on where to find them. And you know how long that damn hallway is to the convention hall. Or once you get in the convention hall to get to where where the con was. The maze of hallways. So
yeah,
through that.
They definitely had the convention hall on the complete opposite side of a giant, huge hotel, and they just had us around the corner, down a long passage, around two more corners, and down. Just
it was
in the back of Area 51, where no one can find you.
Yeah, it was a lot of walking there. But anyway, I was following some people. They seemed to know what they were doing. Turns out they were just trying to get in early. They weren't even going to get their packets. So I kind of turned around back in the hall, and I saw Scotty D coming up the other way. So I'm like, dude, I don't know where I'm supposed to pick this packet up at. So, he said, just come with me and I'll help you find where you need to go. So he took me back down the hall. We walked by this little partition that was like the outdoors. And Ouija was out there on a trike. And I'm like, hey, what's up, Ouija? He said, I'm ScottyBallz with CarnivalSpirits. And he just kind of looked at me after shaking my hand and he said, I know who you are. Your reputation precedes you. And I was like, holy shit. How the fuck do you know who I am? So that was cool.
Well, he's not lying. I mean, you are Scotty Two Balls, dude. I've known who you are for a decade before I even actually knew you.
Right. Well, it's still weird to me. Anyway.
No doubt.
Oh, what?
No, I was just saying that's fucking fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was definitely a highlight. And it was just beginning, That was like just the beginning of anything. Anyway, I followed Scotty down, went to the convention hall. One of these doors, it was like right by the Morton's List table. And went in there. Next person I see racing down the hall was Light on a trike. I said, what's up to him? Said, I'm with CarnivalSpirits. We want to try to get a hold of you during the con. Never happened, but didn't see much of Light out and about. He was just kind of in one area, I think. But
yeah, I'm gonna co-sign that. I agree with you. Light was not around. He's one of the few people I didn't see at all.
Yeah,
except for on stage when he was performing, and it was tough. But we got a little Ouija Mac time. He was hanging out in the front area, just chilling, smoking. Actually, in the morning, where everyone's kind of waking up, drinking coffee, smoking. But he was all dressed up in his performance gear. He was ready to fucking hang out with the Juggalos all day.
Oh yeah, and he did, man. He was anybody who was there. You know, there are so many pictures of people with Ouija. It's it's awesome. Just seeing a performer just kick it like that,
Right, but that's jumping way ahead because a lot transpired, man. Each day is like drastically different than the one prior. Right. So we're still early morning Friday. I know for me, when I finally got downstairs, from the room and made my way through the labyrinth to the actual convention center, I was also just following the ninjas in front of me in the hallway. And, they went right in these doors. Like I walked past these doors, but then I heard them say, "Oh, in here." And they dipped in these doors. And I was like, okay, wow, that's funny because I would have missed that. There's no signs or nothing. Turns out we walked in like the back entrance. Like, so now I'm in the convention. Like I skipped the whole fucking front door, the line, all that. I didn't get my program and my lanyard or chain, whatever it is, my ticket. I was already in there. So I'm walking by, I see all the merch tables. Fucking merch tables were beautiful. Yeah. I got a lot of merch. I tried to support all the artists too, so I got a lot of stuff from different people. We'll do show and tell later. But yeah, so I came in the back door, walked around, checked it out, made my way up to the front, and just kind of joined the line and got my official ticket and stuff. I told them where they were checking tickets to make sure that you paid, because I'm already inside, and I'm like, yeah, I need to go get my ticket. They're like, yeah, but why? You're already in. I'm like, yeah, and I already paid. I want my shit. I paid for some, I want a program. I want my free Stranger Tales card. Did you get one of these? A card with a random image on it?
I did. Let me grab it.
This is not my Stranger Tales card, but I wonder if I can.
People just start giving you their cards or something.
Yeah, I found it. Check this out. Yeah, actually, people were giving me their cards, but this is the one that I got when I entered DCG, and I want to make sure you can see it clearly. That is a mantis smoking a cigarette. What did you get?
I got sushi. It's in my wallet. It's not by me, so I'm not going to go mess with it. But yeah, it's just I hate sushi, and
I got another one acquired. It's a teddy bear. So if you guys are wondering what the fuck are these cards, well, it's called Stranger Tales, correct? Stranger Tales.
Yep.
It's a memory sharing card game, and it's www.strangertales.club if you want to look up the website. I'm not going to explain Stranger Tales, but I actually bought it, so I own it, and I've got all the fucking cards, and that's where the cat came from. It was the first one on top of the deck. But yeah, they were available at the Morton's List booth. I already own Morton's List, and I've already got an unopened signed copy of Morton's List, so I was straight with that. But they had fucking sweet Morton's List merchandise that I hadn't seen before, so I picked up a few things. I got the patch, and
nice.
Don Chaos was with me, so I picked him one of these too. But these are fucking sweet, man. They're just throw cards. It's like made out of metal, and it says Agents of Chaos. I was like, well, fucking. I was like, Don Chaos, you need to have one of these. Are you not an Agent of Chaos?
Right.
I mean, the chaos symbol is right there. Anyways, I picked one up for myself. They also had one where the Morton's List M is in black, not red. So I got one of each. And I also have and those are mine. I also have a third one that I plan on doing as a giveaway here on Carnival Spirits in the future. I don't know when, but that was my intention. Let's see.
Right on.
I'm just looking for the Morton's List stuff right now. There's a couple more things.
All right. Well, while you're looking, I will show off my thing here. This is what I picked up. Okay. Manila envelope. Has the Game Master badge, the program, and the info sheet, which kind of gave a brief description of what we need to do, what's expected from the Game Masters. You know, here's the badges we got with the Game Master on the bottom. Very similar to the other ones, just says Game Masters. Some had crew on them. You know, they're made out of like cardboard or I think cardboard.
I'm pretty sure mine said just some Juggalo at the bottom.
Did it?
Yeah.
Just some Juggalo. But mine says Game Master.
That's what's up. And you got that because what? Of backyard wrestling video game tournaments?
Absolutely. Yep.
I'm just saying. I think maybe some more of us should have gotten Game Master passes. You know, hint, hint, wink, wink.
Right. Then
no, but that's cool. Like Carnival Spirits was 9 deep at DCG, so that would have been a lot of fucking Game Master passes.
yeah, it would have been. Yeah, but anyway, got the badge, the program, and the little itinerary thing. So, brief little look at it. You can read that fast.
That's a lot of fucking reading, man.
Right. It is. And it's basically, we had gotten an email from Jumpsteady prior to the con, and this is basically just the same thing with what was sent to us. So. Anyway, after that, not much time passed before the con actually opened, and we were able to go, get in line for it. The line was extremely long. Luckily, I did have my badge already because some people weren't showing up till about 10 o'clock to even go turn their ticket in to get a badge, And so they were left standing there for probably a good hour and a half or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was definitely a long line to get into the convention center.
Yeah.
Well past opening. If you showed up on time, you were standing around waiting because the line was fucking long, man.
Yeah, it was.
I actually went straight to the merch booth because I wanted to make sure I got what I wanted before it sold out.
Right.
And it was. So, especially since there was limited merch booth opportunities after that first day, I really did luck out.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, with all the horror stories Echo Side was telling about them running out of stuff, that the merch line was definitely the go-to place right when you got there.
Yeah, you're talking about last year, the first DCGCON. We ran out of stuff like immediately, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I found that chaos. Look at this.
Oh, nice.
It's an actual charm and chain.
That's awesome.
Now they had those and they had these. I know the fucking hat pins are all the rage right now, but I had to get these. The fucking ninjas in action, nunchucks, running with them nunchucks.
Yep.
Michelangelo steez. But yeah, the whole point of this fucking weekend, gathering, basically gaming, rocking out this thing right here, the new Oracles of the Three Rings.
Yep.
I got a copy of this for the Ghetto Freak Show per request, and I'll be hooking him up soon. I hooked myself up with both Juggalos Against Sanity and the new expansion pack. So I am ready to go with that. And I don't have them on hand. I'll do a whole nother video on it. But I picked up several different tarot decks from Rachel Paul, Dark Carnival Tarot.
Yes.
And so there's the original deck, and then there's like the anniversary deck, and then there's a third one that's like a non-Juggalo deck. And there's even another different style of deck. I picked them all up. I'm going to review them all. I even got a reading, but I wanted to document it, but unfortunately, I don't think the footage survived.
It did.
For some reason, the memory chip is failing. I can't get it to play. So it's funny that would happen. Fucking poltergeists in the hotel. It's like The Shining up in that motherfucker.
Right, dude. Yeah, your tarot reading was pretty eerily accurate. It was pretty cool watching it get read.
Yep. So shout out to Dark Carnival Tarot. Don't forget that the CarnivalSpirits crew. I see you, Mac and Hose. We're doing a crew review probably every Saturday afternoon, but ScottyBallz and I wanted to talk to each other about this and just get the tournament and initial thoughts out. So,
yep.
The tournament was at 5 p.m. What did you do up until then?
Just a lot of walking and looking, man. There were so many different people just to, kick it with and just watch people. I don't know. People watching at events like this is like a big thing for me, just interacting with all different kinds of people. And because I don't think I played any games that first day at all. I went up.
Yeah, for me, like I didn't want to play games until I got the merch I wanted. And
Right.
Once I did that, I brought it back up to the room. And, I came back down. You and me were on the phone. We stayed connected all day, pretty much phone tag. And when I came down, all I remember is that everywhere I went, I bumped into you again, and you were chilling with someone new. One minute you're over here with not Shanzi, but maybe you're with Echo Side Fiend or Crazy McCormick. All right, and then I come around, and all of a sudden you're chilling with JPK.
Right.
That was cool to be able to meet him in person with you. You guys have known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
But my favorite was when you're like, TJ, where are you? Get over here right now. Come with me. Go this way. And you're just like telling me to go a random, you're not even telling me why. I'm just like, all right. And I'm walking. All I see is like, big tarps, empty table, like a room full of nothing. And you're like, no, go that way through that nook and cranny.
Oh,
and I walk around the corner. And all of a sudden, bam, I am like next in line at the DCGCON autograph signing table that they had squirreled away like next to the casino. They did a really good job hiding that spot. You would have no idea that you're just walking and Jump Steady is like a stone's throw, like to the left, just behind the fucking, these fixtures. So I was like, oh shit.
Yep.
I'm about to talk to Tall Jess. I'm about to talk to Jump Steady, Nathan, the three creators of Morton's List. I'm about to talk to Tom Wood.
Yep.
I'm about to talk to Mr. Happy. And then there was like
a Did you get one of these sheets?
Yeah, keep holding that up. I got one. Yeah, they used two different color markers on mine too. One was silver and one was black.
They have all different kinds of Sharpies. Hard to read some of them. But yeah, dude. having fucking Tall Jess and Jump Steady and Tom Wood and all them sign and be able to thank them for the games that they put out, for Juggalos to, chill and relax and just share some fucking time, kick back and do a game, Juggalo style. Yeah, all the creators, they had all these sheets up there. I wanted to grab a stack of them. But I knew other people wanted to come in and get shit signed, so but these are devastating. Just the artwork on these. But yeah.
Is that what I heard you say? You're like, I wanted just to take them all. I just wanted all.
Hell yeah, these are awesome. So I'm gonna have to get that framed up. Hell yeah.
So I got that. I don't know where mine is right now, but I also carried around this book. I threw a CarnivalSpirits sticker on it. But yeah, this book came with me everywhere I went. And I whipped this book out for every fucking ninja I kicked it with in DCGCON. And I basically just got everybody to tag it. I got the CarnivalSpirits crew here on the first page. And then after that, it's just like ninja upon ninja. And yeah, I definitely had Jump Steady, tag it, everybody, Mr. Happy, Tom Wood, Tall Jess. They pretty much took that page. But yeah, the book is just full of just ninjas. There's Suicide.
He drew a little picture with
yeah, dude, he does little doodles. I mean, some of these are the coolest fucking ninjas you'll ever meet. That's why I love Juggalo events. But I mean, I also wanted to try and remember everybody's names, and I thought this might help, and it did help. It helped a lot. Here's Ouija's.
Wow.
That's on some fucking other shit right here. Ouija's autograph.
That's the next level cursive there.
All right. But yeah, so as you can see, there's just tons of ninjas, man. Everybody had a really unique, cool perspective. I mean, I smoked with half of them. We really did bonds. All these guys are fucking cool as shit. But yeah, so I skipped right past. There's Keegan. Much love, creep ass. This is my favorite. This one right here is my favorite. It says, "To the Beastmaster. Much love, always. MCL, Vinnie." Vinnie the ICP kid. We ended up hanging out with Vinnie a lot, and
yeah.
Let's be honest, with day 2 of the convention kind of getting shut down, we got relocated to the lobby area where it truly became a, for Juggalos by Juggalos event. I mean, we truly just like gathered, the hotel didn't want us gone.
Yeah.
They wanted our money still. They said we could do whatever we want. We could set up our games, play video games on the huge TVs, use the bar, the bar area.
Yep.
Every surface, every table had board games going off, and even the merchandise was being sold. All the artists, Tom Wood, all of them.
Yep.
Because I'm not gonna lie. Everything I wanted to do on Saturday, got canceled. So we kind of had to think on our feet. I mean, with the scheduled timeline canceled, all that did was open up our entire weekend to gather. And, I told a couple people we could have been in like the shittiest, dumpiest bowling alley in the middle of the desert, you know, and I probably would have had a really fucking good time with the company, you know, of all the Carnival Spirits crew and the YouTubers, and all the Juggalo, you know, internet personalities that were there. It was a who's who of the Juggalo Nation for sure. Um, a lot of positive energy. You know, a lot of fucking ride or die fucking juggalos, man. They didn't come all the way to California. They didn't come all the way to Colorado just to, you know, get turned away.
Right.
So, and that was spectacular. Yeah.
Where are we at?
Well, I mean, that's basically because you know, our tournament was the only thing about the convention on Friday that mattered to me.
Right. Yeah. Our only thing.
Yeah, so
like
that yeah. So that's basically like the next big topic, you know, backyard wrestling.
Yep.
And
it was awesome, I got man.
Equipment. Yeah, not today. No, go ahead, man.
Are you talking to somebody?
Dude, I'm reading the chat.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice. Yeah, I went into the video game tent, which is where we were holding our tournament. I went in there like 45 minutes early to make sure the PlayStations would hook up and, you know, we wouldn't have an issue with that. Sure enough, we didn't need them cables we were freaking out about earlier on in the day, you know, which I'm glad, you know, it had all the right connections, so we didn't even need those. Got them hooked up. We had planned on having Backyard Wrestling 1 on Friday and Backyard Wrestling 2 on Saturday, but we only had one set of copies of the game. So we had Backyard Wrestling, There Goes the Neighborhood on one TV, and Backyard Wrestling, Don't Try This at Home on the other one, and it worked out perfectly.
I agree. I think having both games available made it really simple for people to sign up. And I mean, it would have been easier if they had no choice at all, but it kind of gave me a little bit of interaction with them. You know, I got to find out if they really cared which game they played, or if they're just like, nah, throw me in there against anybody. I don't care.
Right.
So a couple of them were like, surprise me. And I did.
Right.
I signed them up, and they found out what they were playing once they got up there and KG called their name.
Right. Yeah, it worked out perfectly. The brackets were filling up. You know, KG had lost his voice earlier on, so it was hard for him to yell out for names and stuff. So
how the hell did KG lose his voice already by 5 p.m. on Friday?
I think it's all that highball energy he drinks. That's my guess.
What the hell is that shit?
I mean, it's organic energy drink.
I mean, on Saturday, we all drank a Spasmatic live on every Saturday afternoon.
Right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Just passed that around, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah, and we were planning. Oh, go ahead.
The video game tent. It was dark. You couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
It was like black in there.
Yep.
That was a bit of an obstacle to overcome, right?
It was an obstacle, but it worked out perfectly, man. Brooklyn Menace got in there. He was able to bring his camera, and, you know, I haven't seen any of his footage from the tournament yet, but he's got them fucking high-dollar cameras, you know, so I'm sure it's going to look great. He's got like a 4K camera or some shit. I think that's the one he brought in there. But, yeah, and it wasn't distracting, the light from his camera, you know. Everything just went perfectly. People were getting in, getting out, you know. winning and losing. We had a few delays just because people took off to go to the bathroom or whatever. We had to wait a little bit, but it all fit into the time frame. Everything went smoothly. I mean, I don't know how it could have went better. I just lost a poster. That shit just fell off the wall.
What?
God damn it.
Did it break? Break your shit?
Oh, that frame is gone, dude. The back is still up here.
Oh, is the poster okay?
Nope. It just ripped. Damn it. It's my Juggalo brothers, too. Got a big old fucking chunk out of it now.
Oh, my God.
Right? So, anybody wanting to hook me up with a new Juggalo Brothers Tom Wood poster?
We need to get can we please get a "you fucked up" chant in the live chat?
Yeah. Hey, I had nothing to do with it.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's the poltergeist.
It is, man. Oh, well. We'll just switch to this. Yeah. But anyway.
As you guys see, I've got a new addition to my background. I actually picked this up at DCG. It wasn't there at first, but it showed up. It was unpacked late. It was one of those, second wave of merch that came in, like the Ouija shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a bunch of shirts and shit out that they weren't selling yet, but they were still up there where everybody could look at them. That was the only bone for the merch, because if you were in line for the merch and you just came in line to get one of them shirts, you couldn't get them till later on that evening. So these were available. Was able to grab these cuss words and that. I know they're kind of old in the merch world now, but you know what? Not everybody had these. They're gotten now, so.
Hell yeah. I myself also picked up Hurricane of Diamonds. Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to get my hands on that.
But yeah, the tournament went great. Let's see, it was Logan and Brian were our finalists. Shout out to them. Actually found Brian on Instagram, but I forgot what his name was, because I was going to tag him in some shit. But
you should. I'll show you guys the actual brackets. For game one, we had all these ninjas, and you can see Brian here was the winner. And if you can see even closer, the brackets are in barbed wire.
Yep.
But so that's game one. Don't try this at home. And then game two, we got Logan. Logan ended up winning the final, and he was going to go on, to compete against the next day's winner. But unfortunately, we didn't have a next day because the convention hall was shut down, and we had to improvise. And but we weren't able to complete our tournaments. It was really just a one-day tournament. So it was between Logan and Brian, both cool ninjas.
Yeah,
I bumped into him a bunch of times. Brian was actually working MC Lars merch table on Saturday night.
Yep.
I got a free MC Lars CD. Yo, thanks for that. And yeah, so Logan ended up winning a Japanese copy of Backyard Wrestling and a poster, a Japanese poster for Backyard Wrestling. Oh, yeah. Check out Carnival's pictures. They're up there right now.
Yep. Yeah, go check them out, man. And the winner of Saturday was supposed to get a set of those two, plus a custom shirt from us that had a fucking sweet design with a belt on it and the trophy gnome and everything on it.
I can show you the trophy gnome because I put it on this.
Yep. Yeah, I had
there. Brooklyn for making this.
Yeah, Brooklyn hooked it up with that. Yeah, we had, and Brooklyn was also going to throw in that game system that had like 400 games built into it, and it was just real awesome looking. But you know,
hey, I know who ended up getting that.
Somebody got it.
Did
he give it to somebody?
He did.
Who'd he give it to?
I'm gonna make you try. I'm gonna make you guess. You're gonna take one guess and you're gonna get it wrong, and then I'll tell you. But you got to guess first.
All right, I just guessed. Is it Keegan?
You're correct.
That's what I figured, man.
Because everybody knows he's the Nintendo guy.
Yep. That's who should have got it.
Like, oh my God, I can't believe you went to Japan and got this from the. And he's like, actually, no, it's a bootleg. And he's like, fuck no, that's not what I'm going to tell people. Yo, my boy Brooklyn Menace over here flew to Japan and got me this from the actual fucking store of the Mitsubishi company, whatever extension of Nintendo.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shout out to Keegan. Keegan is a cool motherfucker. Not only is he up on Facebook posting pictures of us,
right,
but he also hooked us sex file certificates from the, from me kicking ass and winning that shit legitimately.
And we rocked that shit.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Man, poltergeist. But yo, I got your fucking certificate, Scotty. You fucking
all right.
You get you for demonstrating the utmost excellence and knowledge of sexual arts during Battle of the Sexes. I guess they only made it one round like we did. So,
everybody wins with the sex.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure I don't miss that next year because,
right.
Sounds like my kind of, it sounds like I'm a shoo-in, it sounds like I'd be a ringer. I mean, I just. But yeah,
that
was he has to say tonight on the Juggalo show. He's been asked to be on the Juggalo show tonight, so that's why we're doing this now. We'll be done before then. We'll be checking that out.
Absolutely, you got Keegan up on there and KG and Jump Steady, Rude Boy. Actually saw it. I was watching Brooklyn Menace's footage the other day. And I didn't know he had that interaction with Rude Boy on there. That was pretty fresh.
You have to remind me, was I there or?
I don't think you were there. No. But Rude Boy kind of took over his camera. And, well, not like grabbed it or nothing, but he was just in it for quite a minute. Talking about people who weren't there and, you should be here. This is a great time. Yada, yada, yada.
It really was. Two things I have in common with Rude Boy. As of last weekend, on the same day or the same weekend, Rude Boy and I both rode in our first Uber cars. And we also both went to a dispensary for the first time ever.
Right on.
What?
Yeah, that was a first for a lot of people this time. The dispensary part.
I think Brooklyn Menace was talking to Rude Boy like right after I was. Because I went up and talked to him for like a minute. I walked away. But he had just recently liked one CarnivalSpirits picture on Instagram. And I looked, and it was from 2015.
Who did? Rude Boy?
Are you serious? Yeah, Rude Boy. And this was like Friday, the night of DCGCON. Rude Boy likes. I woke up to it on Saturday, or I guess it was Thursday night. I woke up to it on Friday morning. Rude Boy had liked the picture. Now I had tagged him in the picture, but it was fucking 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
And he's just liking it like last night.
What picture is it?
It's a picture of Rude Boy with my boy Twiz, who passed away.
Okay.
But the picture from like 2002, you can tell from Twiz's face paint, he's got like blue Violent J, blue on white. It's totally the Raining Diamonds era, you know?
Okay. All right. That's cool. And he finally liked it after years. Huh?
Weird little things, man. I mean, truly, Dark Carnival games, pros and cons.
Dude, the pros outweighed the cons by so much. Definitely. I had very little cons at this con.
which is so true. Very little cons.
I mean, if anything, the second day being canceled was meant to be for everything else that happened, you know? Because it wouldn't have happened the way it did if we were stuck to that schedule on the second day. But
I don't know if I have it with me offhand, but I wrote down everything I wanted to do. And it was intense. It was something every hour on the hour I wanted to be at a different place. And there was only 2 hours from 10 to 8 p.m. that had blank spots where I could probably like eat some food and take a leak.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I would have been able to hit them all, except I felt confident I was going to be able to. That's why I wrote the list. I'm going to find that list. Hold on.
All right. I'll go ahead and peruse through the chat while we're waiting on you. Mary Jane Monarch says Keegan is live tonight on Psychopathic. Yeah. Rude Boy is the day one Juggalo. He's so rare. Oh, yeah. Rudy's there from the beginning.
All right. I found it. So my list was real. Saturday was going to be like this. 10 o'clock in the morning, DCG seminar. We're going to listen to them talk about it. You know, Jump Steady, Tom Wood, everyone in charge of the con.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel Paul again. Now, 11 o'clock, I was going to hit up Keegan's Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 12 noon, I was going to run over to the special ed class where CPN was doing Mystic 6. Because that's totally where they put him. All the way in the corner in the other side of the school, far away from the other kids.
Right. Does not get
with the guy. It's either guided learning or it's like higher learning. Whatever way, you know, the waterheads and all the troubled youth, you know, all playing fantasy games. So, anyways, I'm not lying. It really was a separate room that was all the way down the hall near the exit.
Was that the Frisco room or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of out of place, but yeah, I imagine
the Frisco room was like, this is the room you put someone while you're waiting for their mom to pick them up, and you know, they're having like a seizure or something. You know, we're hydrating. So anyway, that's what I was going to start the day off with, the seminar with Keegan and with Mystics. I was going to go harass CPN. I was going to probably go down there with a live stream and just like fuck up their game and ask them a million questions. I asked him, I said, CPN, would you mind if I come down? And I probably said it like this. I was like, you probably wouldn't like it if I came in live streaming and interrupting your game. And he was like, fuck it, do it. I was like, all right, be careful what you wish for, because I'm storming in.
Right.
I don't care how close someone is to imaginary winning or whatever. I have no idea how to play it. But 1 o'clock, I had an open hour. I was thinking that was lunchtime. And then backyard wrestling was at 2. So I don't know about you, but day one was so successful that not only was I looking forward to the next, you know, the next tournament, day 2, but I had like an adrenaline rush, like as if I was playing sports again, like as if I had just gotten done playing soccer and I just went all out for 80 minutes, and then the whistle blows and we didn't lose, we won. You know, I felt victorious when we finished these championships, because I mean, you were inside handling the front ends where the games were actually being held. I had to be outside of that fucking tent because I needed to recruit people. I couldn't do it if I was inside the fucking the video game cube. It was the little cube of darkness. So I'm outside the cube, and everybody who walks by, I am giving them a hard pitch. I'm like, I know you want to play backyard wrestling video game tournaments right now. Are you ready? I'm signing you up. What do you think? You know what I mean? Like, I'm closing hard. I was able to rope 16 people into playing the first game and another 16. All right. See how the handwriting's different? Because this is me signing them up, and then this is KG's chicken scratch handwriting as they continue to go through. But you can even see, like, when it came down to getting the very last contenders, I didn't even bother writing their names down. We're just like, all right, you're in, go, you're on, next. And like, we were like, finally, we're done. The mad scramble. It was kind of intense for a while. I'm talking 45 running back and forth. I had Panic, Shanzi, and Don Chaos all run as runners. Because I had multiple copies, and I'm like signing him up, and then I'm like, all right, he needs to know who the next person is. So I made a second copy, and I fucking slap it on Chaos's chest, and I'm like, give this to Scotty and KG, and he runs up. You know, it's like the fucking war where I got, all right, come here, dude, with the phone on your back. Dial the, you know, the fucking commander, and we're in the fucking trenches over here. That's how I felt.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. I had Echo Side up there because the games, I guess they had codes to unlock all the characters, and we kind of found this out a little last minute. So Echo Side was up there trying to get the codes into the games and stuff to unlock all the characters, or it would have been, you know, wouldn't have been able to pick Violent J or Shaggy or numerous other characters, but we got it on there, and it was awesome, man.
So did he have to enter those codes more than once? That's so funny that we actually had a code master in the crew, and we actually utilized him. Was it on both games or just one of them?
It was just the first one. I mean, I'm sure there was codes for the second one, but we didn't. All the characters were there, so we didn't need to mess with it.
Right.
So yeah, it went off great.
You know? What was it like? What was it like working with KG?
It was intense, you know. But I didn't have time to, you know, worry about his star power coming at me. But you know, he was just like another person back there, just hanging out, and you know, we're just doing this thing together. And
you mean because you guys were in the fucking black hole? Like,
yeah,
we literally did our video game tournaments on the event horizon. Like, there's just pitch fucking black.
Yeah, it was dark up there. Luckily, the TVs gave off some light, and Brooklyn Menace going around with his camera was giving some light. So, you know, it was good. It worked out just fine.
All right, we got to talk about this. When CPN barged in and fucking challenged KG to his face and then stormed out again. Yeah. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. I had no idea that KG was already prepared for it because I guess CPN had talked to him earlier about doing it.
Oh, shit. Don't break the cave, man. What the fuck?
Right. Yeah, CPN just had his review a little bit ago, and he said he had talked to KG prior. So,
I missed it, dude. I tuned in, and I'm like, oh, good, I'm catching. And then he ended you know what I mean? I was like literally the last 2 minutes, and I'm like, figures.
Right. Yeah, but it was good. He's got the little video of him challenging him up on his channel. I'm sure many people have seen it already. It
Right.
was great, man.
The deal is that on the second day at 2 p.m., we were going to do our second day tournaments as scheduled, and we were planning on having a special KG versus CPN game, and they were going to play backyard wrestling, and they were going to duke it out.
Yep.
For the title, for the bragging rights, for the L.
Yeah. Yeah, and CPN was going to be Monoxide, and KG was going to be Violent J.
Is that true? That's just wishful thinking. I think that's just what CPN wants. I don't know if KG signed up for that.
Yeah.
For the record, I really don't know if KG signed up for that, but
it would have been a surprise, huh?
it would have been appropriate, It would have.
Yeah.
Because that's what CPN does. Is he plays the role of the bad guy,
Yeah.
Ooh. But yeah, so anyways, CPN challenged KG. KG didn't want to battle CPN, so they shut down the con. Yep. Is that one of the rumors?
That's about how it went, I think.
Yeah. Well, so, but I guess we got the positive review. I haven't watched it yet, but I know he's doing the negative review next, which is going to cover, the staleness. Which, if we're gonna be held to the fire to talk about the staleness, I can tell you this: I've been to several gatherings, and I've been to a lot of underground shows, and I've seen a lot of fights break out. I've seen a lot of people, hurt themselves, get hurt. Fucking rowdy local beefs. That pop off. In the parking lots or in the hotel in hallways or in the fucking venue. I've seen juggalos just fucking, jump over the coffee table swinging, security ripping them off, fucking 20 ninjas diving in to fucking either, pull their homie back so we don't look soft, even though no one looks soft. You got fucking brawling. Like, my point is, I've seen some fights, What happened at DCGCON was kind of unique in that people who weren't even coming to the convention showed up at the hotel and just started picking fights. And a random ninja got his face beaten in, and that really sucks for that kid. But, he continued to hang and chill and game. And, after he got back from the hospital, even he was back gathering, hanging out, having fun. I've seen the footage. I saw, and not to say that I didn't, see the kid myself. I actually saw him. I didn't get to know him at first. I didn't put it together. I'm like, oh shit, your face is all fucked up. But I didn't know that what it was for. I thought maybe he told a most tasteless joke to his girlfriend and she backhanded him. I mean,
right. It could have been. Yeah.
Hanging out with juggalos, it's not uncommon for that one ninja, and he's just, got bruises all over his face. He's like, what up, though? I was fucking parasailing off my backyard onto the tractor trailer the other day,
Yeah,
whoop, whoop.
I saw a couple other ninjas there with black eyes, so yeah, it wasn't.
Now, so what I'm saying is that the violence and all the shit that happens out in Denver, it wasn't even related to the juggalos who were attending the convention. It wasn't like, the juggalos. Now I don't know. I saw some footage of a little fight breaking out inside the convention. Also, I don't know what that's all about. But like I said, I've been to so many events. I've seen so many fights pop off. People with their grudges and their or having too much to drink or like fucking looking at your lady friend the wrong way or slapping her ass. I mean, who knows the reason that fights break out. It's always been the standard, you know, that the show must go on, and you never let a rotten apple ruin the bunch.
Right.
It's you know, it's a stereotype or whatever the fuck, but it's true. And we were tested, and it's a testament to the power of Juggalos that even though the hotel itself felt like they needed to shut down the convention center, by letting us stay at the hotel and run amok and completely take over the entire lobby area, the whole fucking ground floor of the hotel, ours to do as we pleased, because we were guests there, and it was Juggalo family. So day 2 was not only not ruined, but it actually was a heightened experience of Juggalo freshness that never would have fucking happened. It would have been like a parallel universe version of it, because the convention as it was on day 1 was magical. You saw that big fucking dragon, that big fucking slide.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking trikes and all that were part of the props, so those had to be put away when the convention shut down. We lost all the equipment. We lost all the pretty stuff, you know, the banners, the posters on the wall, the fucking decorations for the fucking casino. They still took the actual casino gambling fucking craps table and brought it into the lobby of the fucking hotel. So you walk in the front door of the hotel, you stand there, you check in with the registrar, and then you make a left, and there's ninjas throwing dice.
Yep.
Like, forget about the fact that at any given minute there's like 3-4 dozen Juggalos all gathering in the front of the hotel 24/7, because that's the smoking area in weed legal Denver, Colorado.
Yeah,
we're all smoking weed as if it was like eating M&Ms, you know.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
It was pretty surreal, man. It's hard to even put into words the whole experience. I mean, it made it better. I mean, I'm glad I got to experience Friday, go inside this building and see how they just had it all decked out. Fucking Tom Woods art everywhere, blown up, you know, huge wall-sized art. Then the Juggalos Against Sanity cards like up on this fence leading into where they did the tournaments. It was gorgeous in there, man. The fuck the fuck off fingers, giant statues you could go and get your picture taken with, you know. There was so much awesome stuff. I'm so glad I got to experience it for one day.
Now, wait a minute. Did you actually get your picture taken with those middle fingers?
I didn't. I think Esteban did.
Well, that right there is what I'm talking about. That's like the extent of the bone that I got, right? Because by shutting down the convention on day 2, I wasn't able to go get my picture taken with the props, which is kind of, if you think about it, the most insignificant, you know, superficial, non-social aspect of the weekends.
Right.
Every single interaction, every Juggalo, every homie, just being able to kick it with you in person. I was cherishing every fucking moment. It didn't hurt that we were, you know, given full reign over this property, and there's, you know, plenty of food, drink, smoke, and homies everywhere. Like truly a gathering environment. I'm not fucking fronting.
Right. It was a gathering environment, but it was, to me, it was better than the gathering, just with how close knit everybody was. You know, we had this humongous obstacle. We had the fear that we were just going to get kicked out of the hotel. You know, like the whole thing was just done that Saturday morning, you know. People in a constant panic, you know, what do I do? You know, my plane doesn't leave till this day, or I have my hotel booked for this many days, and, you know. But everybody came together. The fucking karma was there. Just everything. Magic everywhere in this bitch. And that's what it was, man. It was awesome. It's hard to put into words.
If we had done day 2 tournaments, what I wanted to do after that was get a game of Juggalos against Sanity in with my friends. And I only had like 1 hour at 4 o'clock after backyard wrestling. So, let's say bring all the equipment back up to the room, take a piss, maybe eat some food, maybe have a smoke break. There was no time to actually play Juggalos against Sanity because I wanted at 5 o'clock to check out Crazy McCormick's Super NES challenges. And, at 5:30, there was Psychopathic Autographs. We had talked about, or it was 6 o'clock. We had talked about possibly at 5:30 going into that line. And so after that, 8 p.m. is when Eat Monopoly and Shit Out Connect 4 was going to go. Yep. And I had an appointment at 10 o'clock to get my tarot card reading. That was going to be at 10, and then the concerts. So seeing how everything was thrown out the window, the entire timeline completely gone, we were faced with a choice. How are we going to spend this time that we have together? And we looked at the whole area. There was just games everywhere, into the Echo side, Quest for Shangri-La. People were setting up their booths, like, Eat Monopoly, Shit Out Connect 4.
Yep.
Justin had his games out. People could play them. He ended up selling all of his pins, which, by the way, let me show you those pins, man. I got one.
Did you get one? I was wondering, man.
Oh, hell yeah, I did. So I don't know how good you can see this in the plastic, but so here's red and black. It's the Monopoly Man, like a hatchet man. Maybe you can see this one better. This one's green and purple. I couldn't resist. I got these 2 colors.
Nice.
So he also had T-shirts.
Pulled out of him, so that was pretty awesome.
While I got this bag here, let me show you a couple other items. Here's another pin.
As Wicked Dream
Creations. Dark Carnival, Dark Carnival themed. This is kind of an original. Looks like a butterfly, right?
Yeah.
Wicked Dream Creations.
Yep.
This chick is fucking awesome. Her artwork is sick as fuck. Trying to see if I didn't get any other pins, but I did get this bag. So this bag right here is what I'm actually, holding all my goods in. Look at this thing. Dark Lotus Butterfly.
Hell yeah.
Here's a couple things from Rachel Paul. She had some of her artwork available. You could buy prints, obviously the tarot decks. And then these are these fucking necklaces. So this one here is Riddle Box themed. It's a pretty cool, it's got some weight to it, it's kind of like I don't know. It's not a locket, but it's kind of it's embossed and acrylic, And here's the other one I got. She had so many. It was really hard to choose, but this one's Shaggy. Actually, Jay's in the background.
That's cool.
And what are they doing on this one? I see Fago. I don't know. So they're like zombies in that one. But I asked, these 2 images are both unique. They're not part of the tarot deck because she had a lot of images from the tarot deck available in necklaces, But those 2 were kind of like originals. And I think that's it. But yeah, man, look at this again. God damn. Isn't that sick?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I mean, I pretty much have started a pin collection because I've got Red Fred here from the Slamfest tour, and then there's the Slamfest pin. So I also have this. I got some wrestling pins. This one is it's just a fucking steel chair.
Nice.
And I bought it. It was with a whole bunch of other wrestling pins. That's how I know it's a wrestling pin. They had a barbed wire bat. They had some wrestlers. But I bought that chair pin because here's what it reminded me of: drinking out of cups. That lizard that's like, not my chair, not my problem.
Yeah.
So I thought that pin had some good meaning to it. But these pins, man, the ninjas in action, the fucking nunchucks. Oh my God. This is about the sickest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know where to pin it. I just probably right in the center of my forehead. I think that's what you're going to see is me wearing this right here for now on in the next video. But yeah, man, all those day two plans completely thrown out the window. So we were left with some choices, and we wanted to play Quest for Shangri-La together. We did it. We wanted to play Juggalos against Sanity together. We did it. We wanted to do a live stream every Saturday afternoon, right in the middle of the lobby in front of the whole convention, and we fucking did it. Yep. It was like a 2-hour live stream. We had mad people in and out of the frame, taking the seat, talking about God knows what. A true Dark Carnival Games takeover for the YouTube live stream. It was fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, it was, man.
I'd say we definitely got to do that again. And, we came this close to getting some special guests. We almost got Suicide up on there.
Yeah.
He was ready to go, but a little premature. We weren't ready yet. But I can tell you this, Brooklyn got a lot of footage, candid footage. We may not have done like, interviews or we haven't gotten as much footage from like tournaments and whatnot, but we definitely have made lasting and meaningful connections with a lot of these juggalos that I don't know, I feel I have a kindred spirit with, and in the likes of KG himself, Keegan, Vinnie the ICP kid, those guys, super humble, super approachable, and we all were in the same boat. Like they were just as, left to, we were all just kind of like left to deal with this, bone the best way possible. So,
right.
We made lemonade. We fucking sliced them lemons up,
Oh yeah, man. Juggalos came together and scored that, man.
Yeah, for all the juggalos that, provided the games or the prizes for the tournaments, like Into the Echo Side and Quest for Shangri-La, like the official tournaments, they lasted all day on Sunday, and there was tons of donated prizes like jerseys, shirts, like rare fucking Joker's card shit. I actually went in there and donated a prize. I donated the Gnome Saiyan shirt. I had a blue one printed out.
Did you find out who won that?
No, I didn't find out who won second place because I knew it was part of the second place prize pot.
So it's out there floating somewhere. And Vinny's got one of them.
Yep. We gave Vinny the ICP kid a Carnival Spirits t-shirt, and he was wearing it on Monday on his way back to the airport.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I got this.
Oh, yeah, you got to tell us about these, man. What did Vinny give you?
I was kind of hoping to save this for another video. Just because my interaction with him was, like, pretty huge.
Well, can you at least just flash it one time?
I did receive this from Vinnie, the ICP kid. It's from 1996. Very good condition, but I'll save that for another video because I had really good interaction with Vinnie, and very humbling experience for me, and another one of them surreal things, you know. I've talked to you a little bit about it, you know, while we were there, but yeah.
Yeah, so there's even more to hear. That's awesome. I didn't know that. All I know is that Vinny was working the Texas Hold'em tournaments, and man, that dude's passion for Texas Hold'em, I never would have thunk.
Huh.
Vinny's a G. He just so full of good karma and just an all-around likable dude.
Yeah.
For a juggalo who's been there, seen that, you know, way back in the day, you know, you can just tell that he's a very honorable ninja. You know, he's always being very, you know, kind of nostalgic and always paying homage. Like, you know, people always asking him about his dad because him and his dad were both in Shockumentary, and we all know his dad passed away a few years ago. And he's just very open. He's just like an open book, you know, and he shares and from the heart. Talking with the ICP kid is an experience. You know, he really hones in and commands your attention, and he goes off on these long tangents where you're just hung on every word, and you're like, oh my God, Vinny the ICP kid is fucking schooling me right now on all sorts of life fucking situations. Like, you know what I mean? We talked for a long time. He's like, come, you know, remember that? He was like, come on, come with me, let's walk. And we just like went all the way back outside where we had just left from. I think we were trying to go to the room, and we made it into the lobby. And then Vinny is like, come on, let's go this way. And we're like, all right.
Yep.
We're back out smoking again.
Yeah, he was dragging me around a lot Saturday and Sunday. And you know, I for sure followed. Yeah, man.
Well,
meeting Vinny was like probably very high on the highlights for me. I mean,
he was the first one to say it. If the game didn't change, pardon the pun, but on Saturday when everything changed, you know, that forced us to kind of come and get together, and that's when Vinny came outside, and you know, he had time to kill. He was no longer on the clock. He, you know, his tournaments were now canceled, and he was able to enjoy himself before the ICP show. There's only a couple of hours when we didn't know if we were going to have an ICP show.
Oh yeah,
and we spent that time fucking rubbing elbows with DJ Clay and Ouija, and you know, I don't think anyone was actually tripping out. I mean, if people were internally worried, I kind of had faith. You know, the whole like, we get the letter, it tells us that, you know, the shit's over. But ICP put word out on Facebook. There was a special, you know, written note for everyone saying that, you know, we're still going to kick it and barbecue and hang.
Yep.
And I was like, word? I'm not going anywhere. Like, seriously, you can shut this convention down. I'm not going anywhere.
And
like,
this
who's
brings
still
me to, okay.
Yeah.
I don't, oh, sorry. This gets into a big old controversial area.
Well, but you can skate by it.
There's another certain YouTuber out there who lives on the East Coast. Not you, but he's also on the East Coast. Anyway, he had a segment on the other day, was interviewing a couple people, and apparently he was under the premonition that after the you know, show was canceled, or not the show, the fucking con was canceled, that everybody from Psychopathic dipped. That was a blatant lie. Nobody from Psychopathic dipped out on the con after that. In fact, Sunday night, Psychopathic splurged and got every Juggalo in their pizza.
Is that who bought the pizza?
Yep.
I didn't ask. I definitely had some of that pizza though.
Yeah, it was Psychopathic. Jump Steady was over there just playing Morton's List and shit, you know. And yeah. Plus Psychopathic Ninja. Shaggy came out and played Guitar Hero that night, dude. I mean, shit.
No, Shaggy actually walked by in the background of our every Saturday afternoon live stream to go to the ATM. And I remember because a couple of ninjas that I was like off camera, but there was a couple ninjas on camera that were like, yo, that Shaggy over there.
That's
yep,
funny.
He's at the ATM. And then, you know, he went on his way, but I wasn't going to be that guy to go drag him on to our fucking live stream. Dance for us. we'll move the couch.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm saying this little rumor about that Psychopathic dipped after the ICP concert that night, and they dipped Sunday. Now they were there till Monday at least, because the show in Lawrence was canceled that night too. So I'm sure they were still in Denver.
Yeah, who knows? All I know is that we got a lot of interaction with a lot of different Psychopathic employees. I mean, all the crew, like all the juggalos that work for Psychopathic, you know, like Vinnie, you know, like all of them. I'm thinking of a handful. I'm not even going to name drop them because you know who they are. It's those ninjas that are always working the gatherings, and they're all cool as shit. I mean, I got nearly all of them to tag my book, you know, and every single one of them was cool as fuck to chill with. Chilling with Ouija Mac, you know, for a little bit. You know, Big Hoodoo came out and was chilling with people. It was really laid back. I mean, it was kind of one of those things where if you pop your head out and walk around and mingle, you can easily just like, you know, have an interaction with like 5, 10, 15, 20 ninjas, and there's still like 50 more around you that don't even give a fuck. Like, you know, it wasn't like any hound dogging going on. I mean, I was hound dogging Ouija Mac. I'm like, dude, get a picture with me. Yeah, fucking Ouija Mac. Like,
did you post that picture that you said you should just Photoshop me out of it? Because I'm like on the edge of it.
I don't know. I haven't Photoshopped any pictures yet. I did crop you out of a picture though. It's me and Vinnie, the ICP kid, and then you're like popping your head in like in the side, and you're like, come on, I'm cool too. And I'm like, nah, that don't fit in the Instagram frame. Crop. Now it's just like the illest picture of me and Vinnie, the ICP kid. And just know that you're off camera, like very stale, the loser.
Right.
No, man, you got your picture with you got, dude, Vinnie took a picture of you and posted up on his Facebook page.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's crazy. Yeah, he took the picture with his phone, and yeah, that was crazy, dude.
Vinnie and his people are the shit. They're true Juggalo family right there. In fact, we were kicking it so much so that it kind of felt like we were old friends, even though technically I only met Vinnie at the march. We had a real brief interaction at the march, but that was when I met him in person. He already knew who I was because, and not because of like Dear Joe and Joey, although he does know that, but it was because I made a video, like a 15-minute video reviewing an interview that he gave with Fago Lovers. Because I'm sorry, it was like 2009, and I was all geeked about a fucking tell-all interview with Vinnie the ICP kid. Nobody else on YouTube wanted to talk about it.
Right.
YouTube Juggalo community, you know, wake the fuck up, people. You know, Vinnie you know what I mean? Like there's always so much to talk about, and yet people all gravitate towards the drama and the beef, and that's why I think the internet, you know, didn't know what to do about DCGCON. Because there's a lot of rumors, there's a lot of fucking speculatory accusations, finger pointing, probably exaggerations and twisting of the truth.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a couple truths. Truth number one: you know, people that came and fucked shit up weren't even attending the convention. That's a truth. Here's another truth: the security, like the cops that came in to check everybody for weapons, they were very thorough and professional, and they didn't abuse their power. They were kind of like really strict, you know, kind of like yelling, like, all right, everybody line up on the left, line up on the left. Like they kind of got a little like militarist.
Yeah.
Or is that the right way? Military kind of like. But they needed to, because the Juggalos are all faded, okay? It's like 8 p.m. A lot of us have been smoking all day long. We're like, what? My left? If your left's right? What? Like, all right, maybe it wasn't that bad, but I remember the cops kind of yelling and telling everyone to, you know, get over there, line up on the left, and they were frisking, and they were asking everybody, do you have a knife? Do you have a gun? Like, oh, what do you want? Are you on acid, some kind of hard drugs? What do you got? Like they were almost interrogating us, you know, and all you had to do was tell the truth and be like, nope, no guns, no knives, no drugs. And they're like, okay, go ahead. One ninja was like, so like, are we like, you know, stuck in here? Like are we under like concert arrest? Like, can we go outside? What if we want to smoke? And then one of the cops was like, if you want to smoke, you have to go outside, and then you can come back in again. And all the Juggalos were like, oh, fresh. Yeah, see, I have questions, you have answers. Nice. And like the vibe changed. Like everyone was kind of on edge because the cops were acting so fucking serious because they thought that someone had a piece. You know,
yeah.
They were.
It was
their fucking job. I'm glad they did. I had peace of mind. As soon as I got in that venue, I knew there ain't nobody with no weapons inside that fucking convention, except for like, you know, Scum and Damian Quinn. I'm sure they snuck weapons in because they're rappers. Like they, you know. You really gonna tell me that LSP ain't fucking, you know, packing knives and shit? Fucking, you know, what are those things called? Fucking iron knuckles. But the concert, the first night, we had Scum, we had Insane Poetry, Damian Quinn. That was a pretty good set. You know, Scum and LSP, or Scum specifically, really came to the rescue for us by providing us with the venue for the concert on Saturday night. That was a huge question. And really, when the convention shut down, like we really kind of had no problem filling the day with events. We had games to play, we had live streams, we had each other. I mean, some of us even took a Uber shuttle to a Mexican restaurant called the Urban Sombrero, and we had some Mexican food, and then we walked back. It was like a 15-minute walk. We had a little lunch. You know, we got our Juggalos Against Sanity on. Playing the Quest for Shangri-La with y'all was one of the highlights for me. I think because I came into the weekend wanting to do that, not knowing if I was going to be able to because I didn't bring the game. And luckily, Ecoside Fiend, he brought his copy of the game, and we all played for a good couple of hours. Sid Jones was there watching, soaking it all in, like Juggalos in their element.
Right. So who ended up winning that one?
Well, Shanzi ended up winning Juggalos Against Sanity, and we didn't actually finish the quest for Shangri-La. I mean, we were all still in Detroit. I think really it's just because I was kind of teaching as we went, and enough of y'all had never played before. Well worth it in my opinion. You guys are all now ready to fucking crank out a game, and seriously, like slot out like 4 or 5 hours. If you got, like we did, we had like what 6 ninjas playing.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm gonna say that we did pretty good. We went pretty good around the board. Everyone was paying attention. Until the fucking free pizza showed up. Then we kind of lost momentum, I think.
Right. Yeah.
We definitely took a free pizza break, and there were a few people that came and talked and then walked off. But ultimately, that was one of my favorite things, man. Like just playing that game. I wanted to bring home the memory of playing that game with y'all, and we did it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun, man. And it wouldn't have been able to happen if shit didn't play out like it did.
Yeah, if we had like the actual scheduled events, that would have been fresh, but it would have been a lot less of those personal interactions that was, I guess, meant to be serendipitous. It's probably the closest to a dark carnival high that I've felt in a long time. And, shows that come around, they do scratch the itch. Like, I'm not going to lie, a good ICP show, I get my fix. And I'd say the Juggalo March last year was a huge source of good karma for my personal well-being. I've never felt more proud to be a Juggalo than I felt at the March. And DCGCON was straight up a party. Hotel party, 4 or 5 different rooms. I think the biggest bone of the whole weekend, straight up. That meme where the guy's sitting there at the table and it says something and it says change my minds?
Uh-huh.
The worst part of DCGCON was the elevator. Change my minds.
Oh, no shit, dude. Those elevators were terrible. So many people, and they only had one elevator going most of the time.
Right. So the huge hotel, 6 floors, 2 elevators, one of them breaks midday Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2.5 days straight, Juggalos getting on the elevator on every floor every time the elevator passes. So in order to go from floor 1 to floor 6 where we were, that elevator is like opening up on every floor. And every floor a Juggalo is getting on or coming off. And you just had motherfuckers standing at the elevator for like 15 minutes, like slowly losing their minds. I mean, the ones that didn't want to, take the stairwell.
Yeah.
I took the stairwell a few times, usually on the way up, because you just want to get up there quick, and it's like, fuck this elevator. But I don't think I ever took the stairs down. I figured maybe gravity, it's faster. I don't know, but
yeah. I took the stairs once, and that's it. I was like, no, I'll wait for the elevator next time. After all that, doing that walking like constantly, man, my legs were like jelly.
So Marcus is asking questions.
All right.
Did I take a beer and shake hands with Sid? Yes. Drinks were had with Sid Jones, and we definitely did shake hands. Sid and I are fast friends. We got along famously. Sid actually was a pleasure at DCGCON. Everywhere we went, he was like a happy puppy dog with his tail wagging and his tongue out, and he was just fucking totally starry-eyed and excitable all weekend. He definitely is a hype monkey. He just would not shut the fuck up about M&E and Lars, but that's his thing. He's like, you know, it's right, it's tattooed on him, and just like everything he says is like, you know, he always goes right back. He's like a one-track mind dude, a little repetitive. Like he'd tell you something and then he'd tell you 6 more times. So that might have been a smidge annoying, but I actually enjoyed all my conversations with him, except for up to the last day. I think I finally snapped and I was like, all right, shut up. You're annoying me. Like I had enough. But yeah, I lasted about 2.5 days before he got under my skin. and I give him credit, man, because he was completely surrounded by lifelong, diehard, no bullshit juggalos. And, you know, it wasn't like there was an enemy in our midst. You know, he's a chill dude. Like for real, he takes me as the type of guy that really wants to be a part of something, and I remember that I did not like videos he was making under the name Hatchet Rider back in the day. You know, I chalked him up as a poser, and you know, I kind of felt like watching his videos was a waste of my time because he didn't have any information that I needed to know, not one lick. You know, but now today he's you know, focused on M&E. You know, he loves that new shit, Lars. That's his lane. That's where he belongs. Covering something that, you know, was just born yesterday. You know, like there's no. He literally has no. You know, underhand with any other fan, because it all was conceived under our noses at the same time. Whereas it's really hard to, you know, to take Juggalo advice from someone when you've been down for 2 decades and, you know, and they're wet behind the ears. So, and I wouldn't even be saying this if he wasn't constantly trying to be business minded and always trying to, you know, like rope some sort of scheme, like, hey, what, you guys should take your footage and sell it to Psychopathic, get licensing rights. And we're just like, will you fucking calm down? We're trying to have fun right now. Like, why is everyone, why is everything turning into a fucking pyramid scam with you? No, but I liked him. We had fun, you know?
Yeah, I had a really good time. Meeting Sid.
We had a lot of fun, and there was a lot of hazing. Like he definitely got hazed by all of us, and he took it like a champ. So, yeah, I mean, the hashtag is true. Sid takes it like a champ.
You could tell. I mean, he was enjoying the whole thing, not just the con and everything, but the whole experience. You know, seeing how Juggalos interact with each other, and you know, just the camaraderie and the brotherhood that was there. You could tell he was soaking it up, and he was just in awe of it.
Well, here's the thing. He's witness to real Juggalo family in their element, like for real, not giving a fuck. You know, like the song says, fuck the internet. I'm out here living life. And I've always thought that the internet representation of the Juggalo scene is like the fucking Matrix, but it's like a do-it-yourself version of the Matrix. Like you're only getting a perspective from one individual, you know?
Right.
And if that individual has any sort of agenda or their biases, you know, are leaning towards you know, specific, you know, maybe different camps, you know, rivalries, beefs. So, you know, people always have a reason to say what they say. You know, when YouTubers are saying shit, Like, what are they really saying? Like, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to earn your views, your likes? Are they trying to get super chats? Are they trying to get you to buy their T-shirt? Fucking follow them on social media? Like, what is it that they want out of their format? You know?
Right.
I mean, it seems like we're kind of lit. You know, back in the '90s, like, you know, everyone was seeing reality TV kick off, and the Real World, Road Rules, all that shit.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of we've kind of become this culture with social media where every and anybody can get 15 minutes of fame, and then look at the people who actually get that 15 minutes of fame and what they did. Look at your Tila Tequilas or your Catch Me Outside, How About That's, or your King Crimsons. You know, like, that's the world we live in. You know, you get 15 minutes of fame, and then, you know, if you're smart like Vanilla Ice, you milk that 15 minutes into a lifelong career.
Yeah.
Or if you're ICP, you know, you do your thing. I think it's important to remember that online, personas are everywhere. People are putting up persona. You know, even my homies are putting up personas. You know, CPN's got a persona. You know, his nemesises have personas. You know, I guess really even BstMstR has a persona. But you know what I liked about Denver? I dropped the persona. I allowed myself to just like chill and be relaxed and not worry about judgment, looking stupid, saying the wrong thing. I wasn't really hamming it up for the cameras. Like, I truly was just like enjoying my time with you guys, not trying to, like, you know, out Juggalo or, you know, be the center of attention. Like, if anything, I didn't want to be the center of attention. I wanted to circulate and experience as much of the Juggalo. You know what I mean? I wanted to actually, like, take away memories with ninjas that were out there doing it with us. And that was part of I collected all these signatures in this book because, you know, when you go to the gathering, it's really hard to keep track of everything. It was like major interactions everywhere. You know, it's very common to have people like, hey, sign my shirt, or, you know what I mean? Like, I got every Juggalo here signing my legs, you know, my titties, or, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, and, you know, DCGCON, it was a gathering of Juggalos who, you know, they don't really need a convention to have a good time. So the convention didn't ruin the good time, because the convention was actually just an excuse for us to get together and have that good time, if that makes any sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sense, yeah.
So there's no denying that there were bones, though. There was that fucking elevator, and you know, certain tournaments would have been fun to see, you know, that we didn't get to see. But, you know, Keegan, he still did some NES stuff, crazy. I mean, them two were running video games for hours together.
Yep.
You know, I got a tarot card reading. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
You saw all the stuff I bought. I bought Rachel Paul's tarot decks, and I mean, what can I say? I went up there, you know, I asked questions. I'm like, which one's this? Which one's the anniversary deck? What's the difference between this deck and that deck? And after every explanation for each deck, I was like, all right, I'll take it. I was like, so what's this one? And, you know, I really made her work for it. She had to, like, explain what it was. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'll take that one too. I'm like, oh, what's this? Is this the thing that goes with that? I'm like, okay, tell me more. Okay, all right, yeah, I'll take that. So she was just, like, upselling me, like, oh my God, until all of a sudden I was getting 2 necklaces, and bam, paid in cash. I walked out of that transaction with a free tarot reading, because they were charging for tarot readings, but I got one for free because I dropped some fucking money and I picked up the whole collection. So I have the full tarot, the Dark Carnival tarot collection. I'm planning on doing review videos in the future.
Right.
You guys know I already had the Dark Carnival tarot, but I gave that to Miss Jinx as a gift. So now I got a new one for myself. And Rachel Paul's artwork is ill. Much love to her.
Dude, those cards are beautiful, man.
They are.
Speaking of cards, into the Ecocide expansion pack.
That's what I was just looking for.
This card right here.
What card? I got a card too. Oh, yours is cooler than mine. What the fuck is that? Back it up a little bit. It's blurry.
What about now? Spirit of the Dark Carnival.
Spirit of the Dark Carnival? Are you fucking kidding me?
Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that might be a reference to Spirits of the Dark Carnival. It's just short S.
he just tweaked it enough so that it's not the same and we can't sue his ass.
Yeah, I posted this on Instagram the other day, and he did like the status after my speculation that it was in reference to Carnival Spirits. So
are you saying that he did or didn't confirm it?
He didn't confirm it. He just liked the post, so he didn't speak on it.
He's going to be like that, huh?
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we do get into any negotiations for future, artwork for Psychopathic Games, if we are going to get that homage paid, you better believe we're getting paid. Otherwise, they're gonna have to go. They're gonna have to use the name Barnacle Spear Ribs. That's okay. Barnacle Spear Ribs is acceptable, but Carnival Spirits belongs to us.
Right.
No, I love the fact that he's done cards to, represent the underground, like that sick low key card, and then there's the LSP crew. That card is amazing.
Yeah. The only thing I'm surprised that Fred Fury wasn't in the deck. So I'm guessing there's going to be a third expansion. Not positive.
Well.
But Fred Fury wasn't in this, so hopefully more to come, man. Because the Tom Wood Fred Fury is devastating, man.
When you got the expansion or the into the Ecocide Oracles of the Three Rings, yes. Did you get the special flavor card that is the Shaggy Show?
Right, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so I actually don't know where my other one is because I bought 2 copies, one for me, one for Ghetto Freak Show, and I only see one card. If I can't find the other one, if I only have one, I'm giving this to him. But hopefully the other one is, because I had another one on Sunday night, late night. Brooklyn Menace and I were chilling down in the lobby, and Cherry Bomb was down there, the photographer. There's a few people. Sarah, the bearded lady from Carnival Freak Shows and the ICP set, she was down there. Vinnie was down there. Scotty D came by, but Cherry Bomb. She's Fago, or she worked for Fago Lovers. She just collaborates with them, but she's like an official Juggalo photographer. See her pics from all sorts of events, gatherings. She's up there in front of the barricade, doing her thing, professional status. Not Ecocide. Brooklyn Menace and I were just chilling at like the end of the night. And Cherry Bomb hooked us up with like these dope fucking flavor cards that aren't in the game. And I don't know where it is right now, but it's like Marvelous Missing Link Lost and Found. You know, it's the face with like this huge jacked body, almost like He-Man. And then there's this fucking tiger. There's a fucking tiger standing with him, you know? Have you seen that card?
Yeah, I have. I don't remember where I saw it. I've seen it numerous times though. I just don't know where from.
I'm trying to find it right now so I can show you.
Maybe it was on the card that I'm thinking of. So they said it's not an official card?
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think of where I saw it at. I could have swore it was on Into the Echo Side, but maybe not. While he's looking, I'm going to do a little promo for a good fucking homie.
Who's that?
Suicide. He gave me a little stack of stickers and some of these little promo things for, let's see, The Smart Aleck and Other Songs, the new album from Suicide. And it's got a code on here. Just go to the website, put that code in, get you a free Suicide album. This dude is so fucking cool. Yeah, he was about to be on our podcast. Didn't work out, but man, he kept, every time we'd cross paths, you know, say what's up and just kick it for a minute and talk. Very cool dude.
Oh, sweet. I found it, man.
Did you find it? Right on.
Check it out. I found in my little black book, I had a few things. One, I have another Stranger Tales card. It's a couple of shoes hanging from a tree. And
right.
if the point missed you, or if we missed you with the point, this is a card game. It's kind of like Uno, where you get 5 cards and you basically throw cards down, and the person, instead of trying to match the card by number or color, you have to tell a story that involves the image that you see. So if I gave you this card, Scotty, you would have to tell me a story about shoes hanging from a tree.
Right.
And, you know, and then it's your turn and you throw down a card and it's a fucking teddy bear with a bow tie. And I got to tell a story. So
right.
It's kind of cool. I like these games that are like unconventional, and it kind of involves a little bit of an imagination, and it definitely gets you, you know, gets you to open up with people a little bit.
Absolutely.
When I was, you know, getting through security in the Denver airport on my way home, there was a little kid in front of me. This was like right after our bags went through the X-ray, and so we're grabbing our stuff. You know, I'm putting my well, actually, we didn't have to take our computers and iPads out of the bag for some reason. In Logan Airport, they're like, all right, everybody pull your bunny ears out, empty your pockets, show me under your nutsack. You know, everyone's got a bomb in our opinion until you prove us otherwise.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so this kid, you know, I don't know if it was acting up or sad or whatever, cranky, but one of the airport staff said, "Oh, would you like a sticker?" And the kid was like, "Sure." And so she gave the kid a sticker, and I didn't waste any fucking time. I was like, "Hey, can I get a sticker too?" And she was like, "Have you been a good boy?" And I said, "Yes, of course." And look what I got, this fresh ass fucking junior officer Colorado sticker.
Nice.
It's Transportation Security Administration, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, junior officer, Colorado. It's my badge. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be putting that on my book. But all right, so the card that Cherry Bomb gave me, I'm going to show it to you. So here's the back. And so yeah, it's definitely like missing link. You can see his face here. Sorry for the glare. And
Yeah,
he's got a
dude,
tiger.
that's in the game. It's
Okay.
from the first. Yeah, I remember that card.
Okay.
Buddies. Yep.
Everybody knows I never opened up my copy of the game, so I didn't know.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I remember that.
So Cherry Bomb had extra cards. She hooked it up. Much love to her. Thank you for that. You didn't have to do that. I was so fucking faded. It was like probably 5 a.m, and she slid these cards to us. You know, Brooklyn was just like, thanks. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Here. And she's like, what? You don't want it? I'll take it back. And I was like, what? Oh, that's for me? Oh, thank you. I'm not worthy. All right, I need to go to bed. Like it was I was hanging on by a thread. I mean, it was Sunday night. You know, we had been going hard for I had been going hard for 3 days straight. It was a great vacation. Look at this fucking shirt, man. I am going to be repping this for the next fucking 10 years. Like, this is my new favorite shirt. And it also says DCGCON on the back, you know?
Yep.
I got this fucking fresh-ass flag now in the background. So you're welcome, audience, for the amazing fucking, you know, atmosphere that I now have in the lair.
Right.
And, you know, as you guys know, I presented all the Carnival Spirits crew with custom T-shirts of the Toxic Gnome with your names on the back, and it says Year of the Gnome. Shout out to Brooklyn Menace for helping design the shirts. But I bought a shirt for everybody, and everybody got their shirt in Denver, and we were crewed up, man. Like everywhere you went, there were like 2, 3, 4, 5, up to fucking 9 carnival, or maybe 7 at most in one place. And then, like, you know, Panic fucks up by wearing his Gathering 17 shirt, like Wizard of the Hood. We're all wearing our uniforms, and Panic shows up in Wizard of the Hood, like, like, damn it, dude. Like, you show up to game day, we're all in our fucking uniforms, ready to play ball, and you're over here wearing your fucking Wizard of the Hood shirt,
right?
Which is a dope shirt. I'm just busting your balls, man. But yo, I want to give a shout out to Don Chaos. You know, I think me and him probably hung out the most, and you know, we roomed together. He was my roommate. He was the first one I saw when I showed up, and you know, we were pretty much inseparable. You know, going to all the same events, playing the same games, chilling in the same circles, going out to the restaurant for coffee or lunch. I just really had a good time. Felt like I was hanging out with like my little brother. You know what I mean? And I really mean that from the heart. That dude feels like family. As do you, Scotty. I really tried to cherish every moment we were kicking it. Even when we were resting our dogs, you know, fucking all winded and dehydrated in the hotel room, charging our batteries, literally, like metaphorically and physically charging our phones. Just a lot of good conversation. You know, just almost felt more natural than it should have been, because I think we interact through video, so we actually talk to each other. We don't just have you know, a messenger relationship like a lot of internet friends do. I think that's one of the misconceptions about YouTubers. You know, like YouTubing is such a weird fucking thing. This is like the most natural thing you can do on the internet, is be yourself and talk. You know, video chatting, I feel, is on some other level shit, you know, where everybody else is in the Stone Age on Facebook, LOLing and emojis. No offense to emojis, but you guys never do emojis in our chat, so fuck your emojis, you know? Fuck your emojis. That's CarnivalSpirits' new hashtag. Yeah, hanging out with you, Shanzi. Shanzi's a fucking cool motherfucker, man. I really enjoyed hanging with them. Props to Shanzi. Props for Shanzi, probably the only Juggalo from DCGCON this year who still owes me money. You owe me money, Shanzi. And Shanzi missed his flight going home.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, dude, who schedules like a fucking 5 a.m. flight on Monday morning after you've been up partying past midnight?
So he overslept? Is that what it was?
I guess. I think he overslept his alarm, and then like another one went off like 15 or 20 minutes later, and he woke up and left. But that's it. He was already late.
Damn.
So that's rough, man. When you run in 15 minutes late and you actually miss your plane because of that, right. I think you did yourself enough time. I think you should have left a half an hour before you went to bed.
Right. Yeah.
And so what happens? He misses his flight. The flight that he gets to get him home, like the next available, had a layover in Vegas. So he ends up at the fucking casino after all. Like, yep. Oops, I'm late. Oh, I'm just 15 minutes late. I can't get on my direct flight. I'm going to have to go to Vegas where I have a few hours to wait for my layover. Right. Oh, well. Yeah, Shanzi. Yeah, that was a real fucking coinkydink right there. Dude, I'm on to you, bro. I'm on to you. I think Shanzi sabotaged his fucking flight because the convention got shut down. That means fucking Big Baby Sweets Casino got shut down.
Right. He couldn't hit it up.
Shanzi fucking scratched the monkey, you know?
Yep.
So,
well, man, my fucking tablet's about to die here, so it's gonna be any minute.
Oh, sweet. So Ryan's schooling us right now, saying that Cherry Bomb had this card made for her husband. This is him as the found character, and the tiger represents their cat. So that's what it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a fantasy representation of Cherry Bomb's husband. And that's funny because if you look really closely, it's not like, I mean, you can tell that's a dude's face right there.
That's awesome, man.
Like that's it's cool. Not, you can tell that it's not the actual Joker's card. It's actually that's actually a ninja's likeness. It's too blurry right here, but
yeah.
And if you think about it, a tiger, and picture a tiger's face. This right here is a tiger's body with like a little house cat's face.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think what Tom Wood did is he put the real faces of Cherry Bomb's cat and husband on these fucking epic, like, hulked out images. That's fucking awesome. I'm glad that you shared the story behind that. That makes a lot of sense that she would have extra to hand out to people,
Right.
So hopefully this time next year, ScottyBallz and I will have official Barnacle Spear Ribs cards from the third incarnation of Into the Echo Side that we can hand out to people.
Right.
Yep. Brooklyn got one too. Yep. So are you ready to wrap this up, man? I mean, we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, I don't want it to just shut off, so I figure we better wrap it up.
All right. What do you
what?
Yeah, the final show, I mean, we didn't really talk about that, but we went to Scum's venue, the Roxy, and we packed that fucker out. It was like shoulder to shoulder, fucking juggalos everywhere, hanging off the rafters. And what can I say? Ouija, Light, Max Sabbath, MC Lars, and ICP's Dark Carnival show was fucking off the chain. I'm underselling it, saying that it was it was one of the freshest events I've been to, because the whole weekend was really a real meaningful fucking weekend. And I didn't even tell you guys what Jump Steady and I talked about for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, just the memorable and powerful interactions, these life experiences that you can't have just messaging people, actually chilling with them, smoking, drinking, partying, gaming. Overall, DCGCON was the shit, and I can't wait for next year. I hope we have it in I don't want to say somewhere besides Colorado, because it wasn't Colorado's fault, but I hope we have it at an event next year that can accommodate our style of enjoying our time, right. which wasn't really out of line at all. Like, we were pretty chill the whole time. There was some Faygo showers, there was some titties being flashed, but nothing crazy. It was really standard concert wildness.
Yeah, I'd love to have it in Denver again, just a different place. I mean, I love the hotel; it was beautiful, but they won't let us come back there.
No, I don't think we're ever going back there again. That hotel can suck a dick, really. But thank you. I had fun. I say we bring it to Boston. Let's bring it to Boston. By this time next year, Boston will be also weed friendly. That shit becomes legal in July. We're gonna have our dispensaries open this summer. So give us a few seasons to work out the kinks, and by the time springtime rolls around, I think Massachusetts is going to be a great location for DCGCON 3rd annual. Just saying.
No,
I'm
going to say leave it West, right in the Midwest.
Yeah. Yeah. I see Cleveland in the chat. Everybody wants it in their own backyard. I know.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you this, Scotty, no matter where it is, I'll be there, and let's do backyard wrestling video game tournaments again. What do you say?
Oh, I would be down for that, man. Even if it's just us doing it,
I want it to be everybody. If it's just us, then
no, CarnivalSpirits. I mean, without KG.
Oh well, please elaborate. I'm like, I ain't gonna just sit there and play you in video games, bro. Like, I'm gonna get bored with that. What I like is having the tournament, everybody head to head, the competition, the grand prize winner. Like, not for nothing, man, but we put in some work.
Yeah, we did.
I tried to explain it to you guys. I had an adrenaline rush. Like, I had just fucking won an award or something. Like, I was proud of myself. Like, I was proud of us. We did a good job, if I may say so myself.
We did.
And we made a bunch of friends, man. I mean, all those ninjas that came through, they had fun. Some of them got their asses kicked and they left with their tail between their legs. But, that's how.
Absolutely.
So I think now is a good time for me to say that, effective immediately after I'm done uploading the rest of my videos from Colorado, I am taking a step back from videos to put all my attention into CarnivalSpirits mixtape. So for the next few weeks, that's going to be my main priority, aside from my day job and everything else, all my other commitments. CarnivalSpirits is a lot going on besides just videos, and we got a lot of crew members to pick up the slack while I'm gone. So look to the other members of the crew for your weekends, every Saturday afternoon live streams. I know Cali Green Too Fresh is ready to come back soon, make videos again. And hey, thank you to everybody who took part of his raffle. Those of you who did that, we're gonna reveal the winner of that pretty soon, because I think today is the last day. Hey, last chance to get in on that raffle. Right fucking now. Hit up Cali Green. Hit up Cali Green's PayPal right now if you want in on that raffle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check the link in the description below. It's like $50 worth of fucking prizes. Everything from comic books, action figures, T-shirts, fucking CDs and comic books. There's Juggalo statues. There's fucking horror shit in there. Tons of stuff. Yeah, and you still have today to enter. So even if it's tonight, you know, you're watching this and you're like, oh shit, I got 5 on it. You know, that's all it takes to get a raffle ticket.
Yep.
And you can do all that shit, you know. So whoever's down to do that quick. Don't miss out. And everyone who's already entered, you know, thank you guys, because Callie really needed your help and you guys came through. Yep, he put his email right there in the chat, thereal2fresh@gmail.com. I said it was over 50, but yeah, there's fucking tons of shit. Check the link. You know, we got a full list of prizes and even a short video that shows all the booty off. So that's all I have to shill right now. If you want to get real, man, those Carnival Spirits t-shirts that we have, if you're trying to get one of those, there's 6 of them. The link is also below. You better do that quick too, because all those t-shirts are coming down very soon and they're never coming back up again. We've got like phase 2 t-shirts on the works. So you know what I'm talking about. There's 6 t-shirts. All of them are getting pulled from the web store, and we're putting new ones up. All right, so you heard me say it here first.
Don't sleep on it.
Yeah, I'm just saying they are now limited edition, okay? They're not going to be up forever. And we have a good reason for that. So if you want one, get one right now while you can, because once we take them down, they're not going back up again. And I actually need to rebuy one of them because I hooked up Vinnie the ICP kid with one, and I want to get it back. So I got to go buy another one for myself before they're gone. All right, so that's it. I just wanted to let you guys know, and also CarnivalSpirits.com. Check it out. ScottyBallz. Final words.
Much fucking love, y'all.
All right. We'll catch you later. I'm BstMstR. You guys are fucking awesome. Always remember to fuck the fuck off, motherfuckers.